powder discharge outlet, filling cap washer, hermetic washer, butterfly valve washer, electronic scale, filter compacts, powder deposited cylinder, main air pipe, elevating hand wheel, start switch, elevating screw, manual clean direction valve, air source pipe, blower. This model possesses two filling methods. It can suck the powder fast into the powder deposited cylinder and fill into the fire extinguisher body. It can also suck and fill at the same time. The first method, subtraction filling. The filling weight equal to the total weight of powder source minus the filling weight needed to fill into fire extinguisher body. Fix the powder discharge outlet. Here we need to put a hermetic washer inside and then fasten it. Connect the big powder suction pipe with the suction pipe. Then connect the suction pipe with the filter. Fix the fire extinguisher. Remember the filling weight needed of the fire extinguisher. Put one hermetic washer onto the powder discharge outlet. Put the fire extinguisher at the powder discharge outlet. Operate the elevating hand wheel. Sit down the powder deposited cylinder and pressurize to the fire extinguisher. Open the butterfly valve. Turn on the electronic scale. Waiting for the electronic scale shows 0. To the powder source pail. Weigh the total weight of the powder source. The filling weight equal to the total weight of powder source minus the filling weight needed to fill into fire extinguisher body. Turn the power switch. Turn on the blower. Put the powder suction pipe into the powder source and start filling. Notice, don't put the powder suction pipe too deep or it may block the pipe. When the electronic scale shows the number equal to the total weight of powder source minus the filling weight needed, take out the powder suction pipe from the source and put it to the pipe seat. Push the direction valve for several times to clean the powder remained in the powder deposited cylinder. Change to another fire extinguisher and go on filling. The second filling method, fix the knob for pipes. Connect the air suction pipe, the end with suction connector, with the powder suction inlet on the end cap for filling and pressurize it. Connect one side of powder suction soft pipe with the powder suction pipe and pressurize it. Connect another side onto the suction inlet in the middle of the end cap for filling and pressurize it. Put the empty fire extinguisher on the electronic scale and cover the end cap for filling and pressurize it. Turn on the electronic scale. When show number stably, press shelving button. Fix the residual powder cylinder. Put the fire extinguisher at the powder discharge outlet. Operate the elevating hand wheel. Sit down the powder deposited cylinder and pressurize to the fire extinguisher. Open the butterfly valve. Turn on the power switch. Turn on the blower. Put the powder suction pipe into the powder source and start filling. Notice, don't put the powder suction pipe too deep or it may block the pipe. When the electronic scale shows the number equal to the total weight of powder source minus the filling weight needed, take out the powder section pipe from the source and put it into the pipe seat. The filling will stop. Push the direction valve for several times to clean the powder remained in the powder deposited cylinder. Change to another fire extinguisher and go on filling. The filter has to be cleaned by labor every day when work finished. Turn on the power. Put down the butterfly valve. Operate the elevating hand wheel. Take down the residual powder cylinder. Take down the end cap for filling. Take down the fire extinguisher. Turn off the electronic scale. Model GFM161 normal dry powder filling machine. The structure and filling method of model GFM161 normal dry powder filling machine are absolutely the same as model GFM161 steel stainless dry powder filling machine. The only difference is one of them uses steel stainless powder deposited cylinder. Another uses normal ferric powder deposited cylinder. Model GFM161A dry powder filling machine. Model GFM161A dry powder filling machine.